Question 4. Material which is an electrical insulator. We're looking for the one which is a metal. So that one's silver. None of the other ones are metal, so none of the rest of them will be a good conductor. Okay, part B is about an EDPL. And you might be thinking to yourself, hold on a minute. My teacher never taught me about an EDPL, but what they're asking you to do is take what you understand about electricity and apply it to a new situation. So even though we've never, I don't know anything about EDPL either, but it's looking at the information in the question and applying that to a new situation. Okay, so the idea that we've got here is that in the question it said that the lifting sheet becomes negatively charged and the metal plate becomes positively charged. Okay, now I've been quite careful that I've drawn 4 negative charges here and 4 positive charges here because the total charge overall is still 0. Okay, all that's happened is that some of the charges have moved. Now, the charges that can move in a wire are electrons. So that means that electrons have flowed from the metal plate, okay, over to the lifting sheet. But if you look at the net charge, the total charge across the whole system, then that still remains 0. Looking at the question, if you said that the electrons have flowed onto the lifting sheet and the electrons have flowed off the metal plate, then that would be enough to get you both of those marks there. Okay, so if they're lifted off the floor, so that means that the dust particles get attracted to the lifting sheet for that to be able to happen. Well, the previous question told us that the lifting sheet was negatively charged. So that must mean, for that attraction to happen, that must mean that the dust particles are positively charged. Now, the exact mechanism for how the dust particles get positively charged, you don't need to know about. It's outside the realms of the specification. Okay, but you can work it out just by what you know about electrostatics. If it gets lifted off, then it must be getting attracted, which means that there must be opposite charges that are attracting each other. In the previous question, you already know that the lifting sheet is negatively charged, so that must mean that the dust particles are positively charged. The other thing to think about is, if this is the dust particle, then this electrostatic force of attraction here, okay, obviously has to be bigger than the dust particle's weight. So that's something else that you could discuss in your answer. Okay, very similar idea here. There must be attraction between these two things here. So let's say, for example, that the polythene rod is negatively charged. Then that must mean that the water has got a net positive charge, which is being attracted towards the negative rod. You notice that I've drawn on the diagram. That's a strong technique, and I'd strongly encourage you to do that. It works whether these are negatively charged or positively charged. It doesn't matter if the polythene rod is positively charged and the water stream is negatively charged. They still attract to each other. Okay.